Hi everyone, Chris here from IELTS Advantage with another success story. So today we have Jasveer, who recently got excellent results in his IELTS test, and we are going to share his story with you. So Jasveer, can you start off by introducing yourself to everyone?
Sure, Chris. So, hi everyone. My name is Jasveer Singh. I'm from New Delhi, India, and I've been struggling with IELTS from past 1.5 years.
Hmm.
And the journey has been like very, very frustrating. Though I finally made it with the help of Chris for sure. And this is me.
Yeah, excellent. And over a year and a half, how many times did you do the test?
Almost 10 times.
Wow. Oh, so 9 times?
Say 8 unsuccessful times and 2 successful times. Yeah.
The ninth was a charm. Okay. All right. So when you first did the test, the first few times, what were your scores like?
Actually, to be truthful, Chris, from the very first time, my score in listening was 8 and above,
Mm-hmm.
and speaking and reading were 7 and above.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pretty much cleared in all these three. The only problem was writing from the
Yep.
very first time.
Yep.
And I always thought myself to be very confident with my English. See, English is like almost my first language. We
Mm-hmm.
used to communicate in office. We used to communicate in like personally with my wife, with my family. So it was. I was like, how can I like fail in sort of? I'll use the term fail in writing
Mm-hmm.
because see, if I'm good in speaking, so the thought process is the same. You just have to write it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very. The only preparation I did was I used to do the practice test in the IELTS books or anything available online and say somewhere like a year ago, like around June and July in 2018, I almost lost hope that
Mm-hmm.
I won't be able to clear it.
Mm-hmm.
And say I started preparing for it again in January 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and say I moved to a new city. I like totally isolated myself. So after that. Once I was just like scrolling through Google suggestions for IELTS preparation, and I came across your website. So I thought that I should search about it. I searched on YouTube, everything. So I wasn't able to find even a single negative review.
Yep.
So I
That's
thought,
correct.
yeah, yeah. So I thought to myself that it's worth a try. See, I've done everything,
Mm-hmm.
so it's worth a try. So when I went to your website, I saw there was a $1 challenge, 5 day challenge going on. So I did that. After doing that, I was like, I knew two of your what do you call it, structures,
Mm-hmm.
two of your questions and structures. So I was like, I should attempt another one. I attempted that, and yet again, I didn't clear it. So I thought that, see, I've spent a lot of money in all the attempts. So I should go for the VIP course.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the VIP course. I prepared for it like I quit my job
Mm-hmm.
whole day for IELTS only. I prepared for it like throughout the day for 24 hours. I used to write 2 or 3 task twos daily. So it was going good. I was very much familiar with all the structures and everything you have to write, the idea generation. And when I like sent a few of my essays to you for evaluation, my scores in writing were always 7 and above.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very good. I was like very much sure that I'll be able to do this
Mm-hmm.
this time. And whenever I used to communicate with you on in the Zoom sessions, so you were like, you're pretty good in speaking, so that won't be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I already knew that. So then I attempted for another like I took another attempt in June. Oh, sorry, in May, the
Mm-hmm.
month of May, 11th May, and wasn't successful again because it was a pen and paper based,
Mm-hmm.
and my handwriting is not good, and it's very slow as well. So like an hour was not even sufficient for me to complete the task,
Mm-hmm.
let alone the proofreading. I was not able to complete the task, and I'm very good at typing.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought if I'm going to do another attempt, it will be computer delivered for
Mm-hmm.
sure. So I booked 2 attempts like back to back on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
First
You
was
did
for
one paper-based and one computer-based on the same day?
no. I said I booked two attempts. One was for 13th of June, and
Uh-huh.
another one was for 29th of June.
Okay,
Both
okay.
were both were computer delivered. So I gave my 13th June attempt, and I was 100% sure that I'll be getting a 9 in listening, 9 in reading, good decent band in speaking, say 7.5 or something, and I'll be clearing my IELTS, my writing this time. So the scores came out, and then I was like 6.5 again in writing. I got 9 in listening, 8.5 in reading, 7.5 in speaking, and 6.5 again in.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, if it is not, I thought it before the results came out. Just in case if the scores did not come through, I will be going for a revaluation.
Mm-hmm.
I applied for a revaluation, and already I had booked one more attempt on 29th of June.
Mm-hmm.
So I attempted it, and same with that. So
The
it
reevaluation came back and it
no
didn't change.
no revaluation. I applied for revaluation on say around the 23rd of June.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be taking almost 4 to 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I should go for my attempt that I already booked.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the 29th of June.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there. I did listening like as always, and I thought I'll be getting a 9. I did the reading again. I completed the whole reading section in 22 minutes.
22 minutes. Wow.
22 minutes, yes. With the same expectation that I'll be getting an 8.5 or 9. Then I went on to writing, and I completed both the tasks, say around 45 minutes, 45, 48 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I got plenty of time to proofread. I found few mistakes. I like corrected them. So I was 110% sure that I'll be clearing my IELTS in this attempt. Otherwise, if I don't, then I won't be appearing for IELTS again in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, and hallelujah, it came through. The result was like as I expected. It was 8.5 in listening, 8.5 in reading, 7 in writing, and 7.7 again in speaking.
Excellent. Excellent. Was that
So
the paper-based or
no, computer delivered.
computer?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was happy. Then on the very next day, I got a mail from the revaluation thing that my revaluation went successful, and I was very happy. So now my final scores are 9 in listening, 8.5 in reading, 7.5 in speaking, and 7 in writing.
Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Congratulations.
One more thing I want to add here. Say after taking a VIP course, I was very well aware about the structure and the idea generation and everything. I was doing very good. Say all the what do you call them? Sorry, cohesive devices. I was
Yeah.
very good with them. So I thought that I should clear it. And why am I not being able to do that? So in my last evaluation, I guess Tom,
Mm-hmm.
one of your evaluators, he told me that my grammar was my problem.
Yep.
So without wasting any time, I bought your grammar course on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought your grammar course on 8th of June.
Mm-hmm.
And see, in just 20 days, I was able to get over my the problems that I was having with my grammar. My specific problem was the articles, only the. And like I'm really happy that the results have come through. And yes, grammar was my problem, not the
Excellent.
structures. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a few things I want to talk about because people watching this video might listen to you and might come up with some false conclusions about what to do. So first of all, let's talk about paper-based versus computer-based.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of people in our VIP group and online thinking that if they fail the paper-based test, that they should immediately do the computer-based test, and that will boost their score.
Mm-hmm.
90% of the time, it will not. For some, it will only help your score. For someone like you who is very slow with their handwriting. Their
Yes.
handwriting might be very messy, and they're very comfortable with a computer. So what I always say is it's the difference between this and this. If you're better with this, do the paper-based. If you're better with this, do the computer-based one. But even if you do the computer-based one and you're more comfortable with typing, it doesn't guarantee that you will get a higher score, because you're not being judged on your typing. You're being judged on everything else. So
De- Definitely. So I want to clarify that if I've said something like that
no,
might,
no, no. You what you said was perfect. It's how
yes,
people interpret that.
yes.
Uh,
So I want to clarify that. So if somebody is very good with like writing, like handwriting, so he definitely should go with paper based.
mm-hmm,
And people like me who are very good with typing,
mm-hmm.
because it's the content that matters, not your
Exactly,
handwriting
exactly,
or your
exactly,
typing doesn't matter.
exactly, exactly,
So
exactly.
I was not able to proofread my content when I use Sophia for the pen and paper base. So there was the issue. So it
Mm-hmm,
doesn't matter. The scoring is absolutely the same. The content is absolutely the same. The questions are absolutely the same in both the things, like pen and paper based and computer delivered. So
mm-hmm,
there's no difference.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Exactly. And the second thing that I want to talk about is going for a remark. Um, you didn't say this, but a lot of people might interpret it as, if you don't get the score you need, go for a remark and you will automatically get a higher score. That is not the case, right?
No, 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 definitely not. You have to feel it. Say, when you write something, you
Mm-hmm,
have a gut feeling that you have written good or you have written normal or you have not written good. See,
mm-hmm.
I've appeared for IELTS like 10 times, but I never went for revaluation
Yeah,
because I knew my writing was not up to the mark.
yeah,
But
yeah.
in this attempt, I knew it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I went for the revaluation and it shows in the results.
And the third thing, and the most important thing that I want to talk about is, you might have heard me talking about this inside the VIP group, is the 80-20 principle, where most of your benefit will come from changing a small number of things. And for you, you didn't need to worry about listening. You didn't need to worry about reading. You didn't need to worry too much about speaking. Those three,
Mhm.
you didn't need to worry about those. So if you went to a normal school, or went to a teacher that just taught you from a textbook, or you were learning from a textbook, you would waste 75% of your time on listening, reading, and speaking, when you don't need help with any of those. So that would have been a big waste of time for you.
Definitely.
You needed to focus on your writing, which is 25% of the total. But within writing, you only needed to focus on 25% of writing, which was grammar.
Grammar.
25%, vocabulary is 25%, coherence and cohesion 25%, task achievements 25%. Of that 100%, you only needed to focus on grammar. But then if we go down even further, you only needed to focus on maybe 5% of grammar, which is articles.
Articles, yes.
So if you keep going down deeper and deeper and deeper, you find your actual problem. And even though articles is a tiny part of your overall preparation and your overall writing and everything, articles are in nearly every sentence, if not every sentence. So if you are
Yes.
getting every one of those wrong, or most of those wrong, then you are making a mistake in nearly every sentence of your essay. If you have a mistake in nearly every sentence, you're going to get a low mark for grammar. You might also get a low mark for coherence and cohesion, because
Yes.
you might be making some other grammar mistakes, some other vocabulary mistakes, and your writing is not as coherent as it could be. So for people watching this is a very long way of saying, figure out the exact things that are the problem. Looking at a book, watching YouTube videos, going to an IELTS center, most of the time that's not going to identify the exact problems that you have. And if you're not identifying those, you might be like Jasveer, where you're doing the test 9 times and throwing away money when you're not treating the problem. It's kind of like going to the hospital with a broken leg and the doctor not looking at your leg, then it's going, oh, how's your stomach? Did you hit your head? Do you have a broken wrist? No, fix my leg. But the problem is that most people doing the test, they don't know how to identify their own problem. So you need someone to help you with that. I'm not saying that it's going to be me, but you need someone to help you identify that. Would you agree, Jasveer?
Definitely, definitely. And for me, it was definitely you and your team who like helped me figure out my problem.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the biggest thing I needed. Apart from that, it's my job to practice. It's my job to learn the grammar rules and everything. I have to execute those rules. So
Exactly.
you're there to tell me the problem, and people should listen to them. See, just as you gave the example of a hospital, if you
Yeah.
go to if you have a stomach problem, you go to five different doctors. You're gonna get five different medicines,
Exactly.
and you won't get rid of your stomach problem. You go to one doctor, you religiously follow him, you take his medicine, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, we do have a problem even with a small number of our VIP students where we point out a problem. So, for example, articles, and we'll say, this is the problem. Here's a lesson. We'll show you exactly what articles are, the rules of the articles. But the thing that they can't get into their head is they have to go away by themselves and practice and use them, and then, use us for feedback. But a lot of the work is you sitting alone in a room with no one helping you. And a lot of the work is just doing that and having the discipline to do that. Whereas a lot of people, even when you tell them their problem, they want you to somehow, like, have you seen the movie The Matrix, where they put the thing in the back of your head and you download the information instantly and you immediately can do it? That's not how the world.
No, it doesn't. So life is not a sci-fi movie.
Exactly.
Uh,
I mean, a
I
teacher
want to.
can give you as we do, we give you a lesson, we give you feedback, we point out your mistakes, but it's up to you to go away and do what you did, which is put in the work and do that practice, that lonely practice, sitting by yourself. And when you do that, you will see a lot of improvement, as you did.
So I'll add something here, and this is for every IELTS aspirant. Say if you have taken the VIP course and like you're talking to Chris or his team, bother them as much as you
Yep.
want to.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I used to send him like 5-7 mails a day. No problem. Bother him. He's happy to help. You see, there was a point of time where where I was thinking like, will he be able to help me? But that's the point where you have to start believing that yes, he will, and just keep up your work, and you will go through. And this is what helped me. I saw your that articles video in the grammar course. I saw that video almost let's say 10 times. And every time I was using an article, I used to think about the rules. Like it's a specific or it's a general, it's like common, uncommon, everything. So in every task too, I used to use the word the like almost 20-25 times. And in those 20-25 times, it was wrong almost 20 times.
Yeah.
So later when I appeared for my real test, I used the only 8 times. And I can guarantee all those use were correct.
100%. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent, Jasveer. Well, you've given some great advice there, and I think, as I always say, the reason why you were successful is not because of us, not because of our team. It was because of your attitude and your mindset and the way that you approach the test. So congratulations. And we're here to help you, of course, but unless you put the work in and unless you bother us with a lot of questions, as you said, that's really good advice, because we always say to people, we're here for you if you need us. And a lot of people just don't reach out. They don't want to, and then they get angry and they get, why didn't you help me? It's like, we're here to help.
Chris, nowadays people who are attempting for IELTS, they're actually directionless.
Yep.
There are 10 directions, and in every direction there are millions of people who are saying that follow me, I'll get you through.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen. So people get confused. It's not the problem that people are doing something wrong. They get confused. So
Hmm.
you have to follow one direction, and you have to
Yep.
religiously follow it,
Yep.
and you have to put in the work.
Yep. I mean,
That's the main.
if you were driving a car from your home and instead of driving it 30 miles, you drove it 1 mile in every direction, you're not going to get to your
Reach
destination.
anywhere. Yeah.
Whereas if you just go in one direction and follow one route, you're going to get to your destination. And that's the problem for a lot of people. You've hit the nail on the head. They're looking at 10 different YouTube channels and books and uh, IELTS experts and different schools and different Facebook pages. And it's just really confusing. And it means that you go nowhere. And I'm not saying to follow me. I'm saying follow one person that you trust, and you will see a huge difference in your preparation instead of going 100 different ways at the same time. Yeah. So that's
And
excellent
yes,
advice.
whoever you follow, just cross check whatever they are teaching you. Is it correct?
Yep. Yep.
Like after, see, I'll be very truthful. After watching your articles video, I went on to a grammar book and I
Uh-huh.
saw all those rules, and those all the rules were 100% correct.
Yep. Yep. I
It's
didn't
not
make it
bad.
up.
It's not, yes,
I use
it's
the
not
grammar
bad.
books too.
Definitely, everybody needs them. So it's not bad to
Combine,
cross
yeah.
check somebody you're following.
Yeah. Yeah. Do your research and make sure that the person knows what they're doing. And it's not just, that they have good reviews and, that they have successful stories and the stuff that they're saying is true. If the person is saying, I guarantee I will give you a band 9 in 2 days or something like that, that might not be very good. But, people, if you use your common sense, you'll be able to understand who is trustworthy and who isn't.
Definitely, definitely. And there's a certain amount of frustration that gets into your head while you're
Exactly.
preparing.
Yeah.
So, like I used to watch your success stories on YouTube, and you won't believe I used to feel a lot jealous
Yeah.
that when I'm going to be there, and I used to think, no, I'm not going to be there. And see, here I am.
Yeah. Here you are. Here you are. And what are you going to do now that in you've got the scores you need?
See, I've been trying to migrate to Canada, and yes, after this IELTS, it's like almost there. I'm almost there.
Go and get
So
your warm coat and your warm clothes. Winter is coming in Canada soon. So.
no problem. I would love that because it's really hot in India.
Yeah, yeah. With with the cold, you can do something about it. With hot weather, apart from air conditioning, there's not much you can do. So I prefer.
Definitely, I'll wear a hat.
And well, thank you very much, Jasveer. Really, that's some great advice. And if people follow that advice, they will do very, very well. And I'll share this within the VIP group as well, because I think that many of the students who might be struggling a little bit will get a lot of motivation, and it's great advice that you've given.
Definitely, definitely.
Excellent, Jasveer.
And if you need anything from me, just you have my email ID. Just drop
Yep.
me a mail anytime. I'm available for you.
Excellent, Jasveer. Thank you so much, Jasveer. And if you need anything from me in the future, just let me know.
Definitely, Chris. Though you've done like a lot already, and thank you very much. I don't have enough words to thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome,
Yeah.
Jasveer. Thank you. Bye bye.